This is a short video about arm balances. We do a couple of arm balances in the power yoga class, and I'll show you the ones we do, maybe a few tips on how to get into the poses, and show you a few other arm balances that you might encounter in other classes. The basic arm balance is crow. Crow looks like this. Now, how to get into crow. And there's a couple of things about crow to know. One is we're using yogi hands. So the fingers are widely separated. So when we place the weight on the hands in the front, we're trying to transfer some weight out to the fingers. So we don't have all that weight on the wrist. Transferring a little bit into the fingers. When you do crow, you don't need tremendously strong arms. I certainly don't have tremendously strong arms. What you need to have is engagement of the core muscles. That will give you what you need to get the body up and into the crow position. A couple of ways to get into crow, and the one thing about crow is that there's a big fall on your face factor. So I would suggest while you're learning crow, have a mat or a pillow or some cushion out in front of you so that if you tip all the way forward, you won't fall quite as far and you'll fall on a softer surface. I would also suggest that you deliberately try falling forward once so you know what it feels like. You know where the balance point tips over, and you know it's not the end of the world. Now to progress into crow, start with a block. You're going to come up on tiptoes. Rub your toes on the block. You're in a deep squat. Separate the knees slightly. Bring the hands down. You're pressing the knees against the upper arm, tricep area. Try to keep your elbows from splaying out. You want to keep them straight. Nice yogic hands. Start leaning the weight forward, leaning into the elbow. I would start just by raising one leg. Bring it down, raise the other leg. Bring it down. Once you can hold one leg up for maybe 5 breaths or 15 seconds or 20 seconds, then start working on the other side. Hold the other leg up. And when you can hold each leg up separately, then try raising both feet off the block together. You're pressing in with the legs. Bringing the heels up, ankles together. Come back down. When you can comfortably hold the pose for about 5 breaths maybe. 20 seconds, whatever. Then see if you can do it without the props. Crow pose is the basic arm balance. Once you learn crow, it opens up a lot of doors to do other arm balances because a lot of the principles are the same. Strong core engagement. Focus of the mind. Make sure you breathe while you're in crow. Don't hold your breath. 2 ways to get out of crow. One is to simply fall back down into a low squat. And then from here, you continue with your sequence. The other kick back and straighten the arms at the same time into a plank. And then from here, downward facing dog, or whatever other sequence you want to get into. The kickback takes a little practice. The key is pressing up with your arms at the same time you shoot the feet back. That'll give you clearance with the knees. Variation of crow is side crow. To do side crow, you're coming into a deep squat. This time, knees are together, feet are together, hands are off to the side, wide fingers, yogic hands. We're going to use this arm as a ledge to rest our leg on. We're going to use this arm as support for the upper body. Lean into the arms, start leaning forward, and at some point, your feet will lift up off the back of the mat. Side crow. Extend the leg if you want. And come back down. You would do that pose on both sides. Another variation is called baby crow. This one, we start in a deep squat as we did before. Now we're going to come down onto the forearms, walk the feet back slightly, plant the legs, or plant the knees into the upper arms, and you hinge forward with the entire body, using the core to pull up the upper body and round it into a balance. And come back down. Baby crow, some people think, is a little harder than regular crow. You don't have as much room to play with. Your face is close to the mat. You're looking out, and you don't have a lot of room with your feet. So have fun with that pose. It's an alternative for doing regular crow. But it helps if you learn regular crow first before you try baby crow or side crow or any of these other poses. The next arm balance is called flying lizard. We set up for that by coming into a lizard pose. So you bring the right foot forward to the outside of your right hand. Drop the left knee down. This is the basic lizard pose, either with the knee down or the knee up. And we're going to, from here, take the right arm, slip it under the right leg. Come up on the left foot and come forward a little bit until your hands are out in front of your right foot. You want to have this right arm under the right leg. Then you lift the right foot up. Tilt forward until the left leg lifts up. Looking forward. Drop the left foot down. Walk the hands back. Come back either to kneeling position or plank. And you would do that pose also on the other side. This arm balance pose is called peacock. This one will probably take a lot more practice than some of the other ones, and it's not recommended if you have carpal tunnel or wrist issues. So we come to hands and knees. We're going to bring the hands back, turn the fingers toward you. Bring the arms close together, especially we want to bring the elbows together because we're going to rest the entire body on the elbows. So if they're close together, you have a firm base. So we lean forward onto the elbows. Keep leaning forward until the feet lift up. Come back down. Turn the wrist the other way. Give them a little stretch in the other direction.